I was watching an old episode of Match Game, a game show that started in the 1970s with Gene Rayburn as the host and a number of different Hollywood celebrities, mostly minor Hollywood celebrities, never really appeared in anything other than Match Game, but it was a very fun game show. I loved it when I was a child. It was one of my favorite things to do. If it was on and I had a chance, I would turn it in, because it was a lot of laughing. And basically Match Game is, trying to come up with the right answer to a proposal made by Gene Rayburn, the host. And if you got the right answer, it was called, you got the right answer, but they sometimes talked about the definitive answer. The definitive answer was always talked about on Match Game, and it was the perfect word or phrase in response to Gene Rayburn's proposal. And if you got the definitive answer, everyone would be applauding, or some people would say, no, that's not the definitive answer. But, quite a few of them would say it's the definitive answer. And you would know, out of all the different answers given by the celebrities to Gene Rayburn's proposal, the best one, you just knew. Sometimes you disagreed but most of the time you'd have to say, yes, that was the best answer. And sometimes the best answer would be something really funny. It would be something funny, and you wondered, even way back when I watched this show in the 1970s, when there was a certain amount of censorship, sometimes the definitive answer was boobs. B-O-O-B-S. A woman's breasts. And sometimes that was the answer they were allowed to give, and we always wondered, how on earth can you say boobs on TV? In those days, we really wondered because of the censorship. But sometimes, anyway, that's definitive answer. It's just the one that seems to be the best response. It makes you laugh, or it makes you go, wow, or or something. And the other ones were, not such a good answer. I could have done better. I'm sorry. Or maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. It's what you were given. But Match Game, still being replayed on certain game show channels. Is it worth watching today? Well, maybe for 10 minutes. See if we get a laugh. I've got an unbelievable amount of traffic on this road. Someone might say you should have walked down the sidewalk. Yes. It's too late now. I'm trapped on the far side of the road. Why didn't I walk down the sidewalk? My feet didn't take me there. Is that your definitive answer? It's the answer I'm going to tell you that's the most true. Other game shows aren't as fun as Match Game. Because they don't have as much human input in them. Match Game was a great show because it was all about human. It wasn't about rolling dice or spinning a wheel to get random things. It was all human. That's what made it a great show. The Wheel of Fortune, Bob Barker on the Price is Right had that wheel. And if you got $1, you won. That's kind of a stupid thing. Because, you don't get a test throw on the wheel, so you don't know how heavy the wheel is. If it's really heavy, you're going to need to give it a good tug. I don't know, maybe you're going to need 25 times practice with that wheel in order to get a good idea of how much force you're going to need to put on the handle in order to get the wheel to spin and land at $1. It's like, learning to play horseshoes. You have to know through a number of practice tries how much force it takes and at what elevation to let go of the horseshoe so it's going to land and hit the spike. You know. So that kind of game, it's not a very good game. It's not really a game of chance, it's just a stupid game.